guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So INT Super Saiyan 3 Bardock has got his EZA. I think that this potentially could be a pretty annoying EZA for people to take down. Because if we take a look at the category, right, storied figures, of course, is the category that we want to use here. The thing about storied figures, right, is that it's not really the greatest category. I'd say this is a pretty bad category, all things considered. Now, AGL and tech characters are the ones who don't really do damage against Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, right? Remember that all these EZAs have certain typings that don't do damage. I think Extreme Tech does damage to Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, but Super Tech, Super AGL, and Extreme AGL don't. But we essentially want to use INT, STR, and physical characters. Now, I was just using Tech Bardock because he could give a 200% leader skill to a couple of characters and stuff like that. Maybe I should just rock Tapion and Minosha as the lead, though. And then we could use the physical LR Bardock, who, of course, would do ridiculous damage in here. Matter of fact, I might actually do that. Because the thing about Tech Bardock is, remember, on storied figures, we're not going to have access to his intro, which means no rainbow orb changing, no scatter, or no scouter, none of that is going to be activated, right? So, I mean, if we just look at this roster here, right, again, it's not really the craziest, although we do have, you know, many different, like, Bardocks and stuff like that that we could rock. So, let's see, what was the lineup I was using right here? I might actually just get rid of you. Let's put Tapion and Minosha as our lead. And then I'll probably get rid of you, and then bam, might just rock this. This actually might fare a little bit better here. And we could still just bring the Tech Bardock as our friend. Because LR Bardock, if he connects with one hit on this INT Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, we should be good. Now, as like a free-to-play player, I'm trying to think like who... if you're free-to-play, you could probably just use, whatchamacallit? If you're free to play, I think you could probably just use a Team Bardock squad. That might actually get the job done. Because I don't, like, a lot of these EZAs, stage 30 is not really, like, that tough anymore, right? Like doing them stage 30, right? Like, remember, all of these EZAs, they have missions up to stage 77. Like, oftentimes, Dokkan wants you to do up to stage 77, right? Yeah, Tech Bardock. Again, the thing with Tech Bardock is that without having access to the Scouter and the Rainbow Orb changing, like, that's what makes him great, right? Like, those are sort of the special things that he can do. Remember, you know, I talk about this a lot when, you know, new characters come out, especially more so modern characters, like new releases. They have to have stuff besides just damage or just defense, right? You have to have utility, like, you know, scouter, support, guard, stacking, damage reduction, you know, dodge, stuff like that, right? And, you know, Bardock does have that, but it's only if we're fighting a Frieza, which we're not here, because, of course, we're doing the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock EZA. And then there's also using Goku on the team, which we're not able to, because, of course, we're the whole, like, category we're using is storied figures. I guess like, we could just put, like, I don't know, maybe, like, UI Goku on here. I feel like UI Goku is a character that could work. We could, like, force, like, just a Goku onto the team. Now, damage reduction doesn't work. Like, Tech God Goku would get obliterated by these EZA fights. Maybe not stage 30, but, like, the deeper you get in, right, Tech God Goku, like, the damage reduction is not enough. You need to be on the category to really be able to take hits, right? Like, that's kind of like the way these EZA stages are designed. So, if you're going to bring, like, a character that's not on the category, you want it to be a dodging character, right? Like, remember, we could also rock Tech Caulifla, right? Remember that Bardock as a pure Saiyan means that Tech Caulifla can 100% chance to dodge him, right? We could also do shenanigans. The Tech Androids are incredible for EZAs, right? Because the thing with the Tech Androids is that their active skill, you could use turn 1, right? Like, everyone knows how useful Pycon is with his active skill. Well, the Tech Androids do it second 1 of the fight. So it's like I've seen a lot of like Japanese players, right, like really like to try and get, you know, like stage 500 plus and stuff like that on a lot of EZA stages, and they oftentimes are doing that, right? They're using the androids. The androids are a great EZA character because of that active skill. So you could always do that, right? Like if they're gonna do an EZA for one of these sort of like lower level category teams, right, that doesn't have like some insane character or something like that, let's put Fasha in slot 1 and then Bardock. Bardock should finish this, right? Just Fasha then Bardock, because if we put Fasha in slot 1, she'll be able to build up a little bit, right? Because Fasha needs to be hit, what is it, 5 times and have guard active 5 times. And we got 2 of each right there, so she'll be able to do a little bit more damage. Fasha's pretty good, right? Like, remember that Fasha, like for this exact role, like, Fasha is fantastic. You know, sort of type advantage. Although Fasha, any of Fasha's categories, like, she would be good, I think, in pretty much any EZA, right? So, like, you know, as long as it's one of her categories. So what is Fasha on? Let me take a look. So Fasha's on Low Class Warrior, Peppy Gallus, Pure Saiyan, Team Bardock, Space Traveling Warrior, and Storied Figure. Any of those that are EZA stages, and Fasha is going to be, I think, very powerful against any of them. Because remember, she guards for the first 4 turns. Remember, the thing about EZA fights is that typically, I feel like EZA fights, it's like 3 turns probably. I remember back in the day, it used to be way nastier, right? Like, I remember, you know, getting all these transformations and, like, you know, stuff like that against, like, the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku EZA. Like, way back in the day, that shit was crazy, man. Let's do this. Alright, we're good. This, yeah, this... I did, by the way, I went ahead and I did EZA this guy just for this EZA right here. I'm going to give this guy a sticker, and we're going to do a showcase on him very shortly. That physical Super Saiyan Bardock, though, dude, this guy's insane. So this physical Super Saiyan Bardock, look at this. He's at 300k defense at the start of turn. When he supers, he gets 50% defense. So he's going to be sitting around 450k defense. If he double supers, he'd be around 600k. He eats the first hit, then he guards, then he eats one more hit, and then he has his full defense up. It's like, this guy, like, you know, after 2 hits, potentially he's got like 700k defense with guard. And now, when it comes to that physical Super Saiyan Bardock, I think one of the key things to remember is he's not necessarily like a slot 1 or slot 2 character. I think there's times you can potentially run him in slot 1 or slot 2. But to me, that Super Saiyan Bardock is exactly how they should make supports, right? Because, you know, he's a support, I think, first and foremost. But he's got a lot of defensive ability on him, right? This Bardock is crazy. This guy is, I would say he's probably one of the best units in the game, actually, right? Like, top 50 characters in the game, probably. I don't know. That Bardock, like, I am maybe tempted to do a banner unit tier list. Would Bardock make it on there? Potentially. He might. He's really good. I do like that Bardock quite a bit. Alright, so last stage, stage 30. Not really encountering too many troubles, right? Several different ways we potentially could do this. Oh, yeah. And then we got a very good opening rotation right here. Yeah, this is going to be GG right here. Because we remember Tapion and Minosha. The one big fumble they did with Tapion and Minosha is that they made their support limited to 2 sort of crappy categories, Storied Figures and Sibling Bond, but we, of course, are using the Storied Figures theme here, right? So we're actually able to utilize Tapion and Minosha and get their support activated. That Tapion and Minosha is such a weird release. That Dokkan in 2021... they went on a string, dude, of yellow coin LRs that were just, like, shit designs. 17 in Golden Frieza, Super 17, Tapion and Minosha, in LR Goku and Piccolo. Like, it was basically, like, back to back to back to back. These designs were fraudulent. All those characters aged out instantly, right? The thing is, when these characters have iffy designs day 1, they usually age out super fast, right? And that's exactly what happened with most of those characters, right? So there we go. We got the INT Super Saiyan 3 Bardock done. So now we can go ahead and EZA him. I don't think that in Super Saiyan 3 Bardock is the craziest. I don't know. I feel like there's probably a lot of turns where, you know, characters like Esther Ultimate Gohan and stuff like that are going to be way better. Bardock is like, he seems like he's just going to be a glass cannon type character. Not my style. I don't think running those is particularly the smartest. We'll see though. We'll see how he looks. I'll have to give him some defensive equips probably. We'll see how this Bardock can look. So, all right, there we go. Storied figures to complete this EZA. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.